What's going on, guys? Klutch here, and today we're trying to make our millions in the brand new premium DLC for Farming Simulator 22, growing carrots, parsnips, and red beets. Can we make millions with these crops? I don't know. We're gonna find out with our brand new old farm here out in Zalonka. Let's see what happens. Is it Zalonka? Zalonka? I think that's, I don't know how to pronounce the name, to be honest with you. Let's go find our equipment and get into the fields. We've already got work to do. All right, so we've got a couple fields ready, well, that need work done to them right away here, guys. First of all, we've got our bare field right here. This one here, this field right here, this open field is prepped, ready to go. We've got the old Z-Tor right with us. We've got our cedar behind us. Yeah, it's going to be simple, straightforward for now. I do have some money to spend. I've got 100,000 bucks in the bank, of course, but we've got plans for that, guys. I got plans. I'm going to need some more equipment going forward very quickly. So for right meow, I need to get some seeds in the ground, and I would love to do some more root crops over here. It's just not in the cards because, quite honestly, guys, we don't have the right time of year. We have to plant our root crops earlier in the spring. Right now, the only thing I can really plant is canola. Canola, it's a perfect time to plant canola. We'll harvest canola next year, I believe around this time, a little bit before. And that's how that's going to work out. Canola, it's a great time. It's the great time for canola in August to plant it. And we'll see where we get from there. So we'll take care of that. We've also got a wheat field we'll be harvesting right away. I'm probably going to get Gertie to worry about taking care of this field here pretty quickly. And then we'll harvest the wheat field ourselves, probably get some straw off that, which is one thing I'm going to need for the money, to be honest with you. We'll see where we get from that. So let me get Gertie started on this. I'm just going to break into this field a little bit, get it started, and we'll switch over, go say hi to Gertie and see if we'll let her take care of this, and we'll bounce on over and start working that wheat field. Gertie is finishing up the other field. We only left about half. She'll be done in no time. Once we get a couple passes in here, she'll be out giving us a hand. But for now, let's get into this wheat field. Now, like I said, we're gonna get some straw off this here as well. So I'll have to figure out a solution for that coming forward. But for now, let's just start making a little bit of profits. I think this is gonna be an easy crop to get some money off of right out of the chute, which will be kind of nice. Now, we also have the field straight ahead of us on the far side. That's another field which we'll need to take care of sooner than later, but for now, not going to worry about that. Like I said, we've got this field, the field next to it. I think these are going to become our root crops, to be honest. I'm going to switch these up and get into these, but for now, let's just get this wheat off here, get some straw for us, and it's a little bit of an easy payday in a way, right? It's nice to get a fresh payday right out of the chute. So we'll get off this, make a little bit of room down the bottom part here. We've got the road and some telephone poles down here. I could see those becoming a bit of an issue for us going forward, but maybe not. Time will tell. Anyways, we'll get up to the side, and now I've got to go from here. I think 2 passes should be just fine. We're going to head all the way up the far long side here, and Gertie should be wrapping up pretty quick, so I'm going to need to grab her, and she can maybe take over the combine, and I'll just cart. I think I'll cart while she drives the combine. That seems like a pretty reasonable plan, doesn't it? Spin this thing around. And we'll head straight on up the pathways up here. And I'll have to grab that cart sooner or later. All right, back in. All right, I think she's ready almost to, well, I can probably take off a little bit. No, beacons aren't even on yet, so she's got less than 80%. We'll see what we can pull out of that anyways. We've got the Klutch chaser bin here. It's a big dump bin. It holds a decent amount, but the nice thing, this could actually help us going forward. And now this little Fiat tractor, guys, this one here is going to be my main tractor, I'm thinking, going forward as well. 160 horsepower right now. We're going to need to do some upgrades to this, I'm thinking. There's a couple things I'm thinking about that we'll probably need. Now, look at this, so perfect. Okay, we'll just grab whatever we can off her. Should be, enough to keep us going. We'll be able to probably put in maybe two full loads from the combine into this bin and then take it over to our silo. I think that'll be all right. Yeah. So we'll dump a couple of loads into this, guys, and we'll go from there. But the plan going forward, this trailer will be multifaceted. Ooh, look at me with the big words. Multifaceted, because this trailer we can use with any of our root crops going forward. So I'm probably going to keep this trailer. This tractor is also going to be probably integral for us for a while at least. We're gonna need to keep this thing running and full bore for a little bit. It's going to have to happen, guys. This little tractor here, while it is relatively, it's a little bit on the old side, I just don't have anything that's going to be able to replace it for a reasonable price. So I do want to keep this thing going. I noticed this one seems to be, I prefer this tractor quite a bit higher than, or quite a bit more than the Zedra for sure. I find it's much more maneuverable. I don't know what it is, but the steering radius seems way better on this to me. So I'm going to want to keep this thing running way more so than the Zedra. We'll see, maybe we can get rid of the other tractor. I don't know. We're going to let Gertie keep on running through this field for a bit. We'll see if we can get this this bin filled up and then go jumping over to the saddle. I could probably just do it right now, but we'll wait. We'll wait for now. Get this thing a little bit fuller. All right, so we've got our second bin in there. We still, what, 80 or 60, is it 81%? Yeah, sorry, eyesight's a little off. But yeah, that's enough to dump in there for now. We'll test everything out, make sure that we can easily use our little silo system here. Now, also, so if we're gonna move into more of our root crop style, I don't really have a storage solution for any of our root crops for the most part right now. It's something we're going to need to figure out going forward, and I don't have the options or the solutions right yet. We're gonna need to figure that out as we go forward. All right, back into the field, empty this out. Now, I've also got some stuff I'm gonna sell off here, I think, to make a little bit more money. Guys, the $99,000 I have right now, that is pretty much spoken for, I'm not gonna lie. I've got some big plans for that right off the bat. We're most likely gonna need to take out some money. We'll see what we get for maybe selling off some of those crops right off the bat, but I do need to find some other options going forward. I think we can wait a little bit, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I got something in my head that I want to see if it's going to work or not, and I'm kind of risking it all to do it. So yeah, there is that. Anyways, let's we'll look, last pass. Awesome, last pass on this field. It's gonna be the end of our harvest already out here, which is kind of interesting. So that's gonna be it. I need to find a way to bale less straw, of course, and because we definitely need to try to make money wherever we can. Now, how much is a baler going to cost, and what kind of money can I expect to get out of the straw? That's really going to be the question, isn't it? Is it worthwhile for me to even try to grab this? I think I've got an idea. We'll see if this works at all, and you know what? Maybe going forward it'll help us out as well. So it's going to be something I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to bite the bullet early here and pick that up. Grab the rest of this. What do we got? Another couple thousand liters I could probably put in here at least, but this is going to do it right up at the top here. Oh, our harvester is missing a whole bunch of stuff. Oh well. All right, grab that last little bit. We'll go dump this in, and then maybe we can come up with a solution for, well, this straw, guys. Ugh, look at the straw. All right, I think I've got a solution for the straw. Let's go take our Fiat over to the shop. I've bought some equipment. Not a lot though. You'll notice the bank account looks pretty decent, right? And I've got a solution, guys. I've come up with an option here to take care of our baling solution. That was close. We've got something figured out, and this might, I mean, it's not going to be a long-term solution, but it's going to at least get us through the foreseeable future, right? We're going to get a couple of small harvests potentially off that. We've got a small Dutzfar baler along with an auto-loading trailer for it, or just a flat back trailer that we can connect to the back of it and get her done. I like this. This is simple. It's inexpensive. It's reasonable for the equipment we're running right now. And this is all I really need for the time being. Now, this is only making us little small, tiny baby balers, but you know, it's the 80-pound bales. So there is that. I would love to be able to get bigger bales, of course, but let's be honest. This is all I need for right now. Perfect. All connected up. Let's drive this back over. We're going to get into the field with this right away. I'm not even going to take it back to the farm. We're just going to go straight into the field and see if we can get this bales done today. The nice thing about this, guys, I wonder if I can fit every bale onto this trailer. We'll see how many we make off this. I mean, I have no idea. So we'll see how many bales we can fit onto this trailer right off the bat. But I mean, it can be used as storage almost in a way as well, right? We don't need to pull the bales off of this. If I don't want to sell them right away, they can just stay on the trailer. It kind of takes care of both, I don't know, two birds with one stone, something along those lines, if I'm going to use a metaphor. Yeah. There we go. Let's dive in. Turn this over that way. There we go. And fire it up. Perfect. All right. Drop the pickup, and in we go. I guess. Oh, easy. Got to move this over though. Now it seems like our straw swaths are a little wide, even for this. Maybe we can grab it. There we go. Oh yeah, we can grab it all. It looks like we can grab most of it at least, so I'll try to get as much as I can. Once again, if we miss a little bit, it's just straw. There's not that much value in it for the most part, so I'm not overly concerned. Let's see if we can get this to load up nicely is going to be the question. Are you going to load? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh yes, this is great. Okay, great. This is perfect. Perfect setup. Everything's coming up clutch. Love it. So baling is done. We're just gonna go bring this over. Might just leave everything on the trailer over by the other bales we packed up. Not bad. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, guys. I don't mind. I could bale like that for these small fields. That's fine. This is totally fine. Now, before the end of the day, I do want to get some tillage work done as well. A field we just harvested, guys. I want to clean that up. I want to get that all tilled up. We do have a disc harrower back there. Let's go grab that bad boy. Now, you can see we have a bunch of equipment back there. We've got a planter, we've got a seeder. We also have a root crop harvester, pull behind harvester there. Hopefully we get some use out of that soon, but for now, we've got this the Unia disc harrower here. It's probably the biggest piece of equipment we have, to be honest, as far as width goes. So I'm actually kind of excited to use this, and I wanted to try it specifically with the Zetor because, well, quite honestly, guys, this is our lower powered piece of equipment. I just want to see how it handles it. So we're going to dive into this field here. We've got it's not the biggest field, of course. It shouldn't take us too long to get through. Oh, it's already been unfolded. Whoopsies. Let's try to unfold that again. No, we can't lower it. Raise it back up. There we go. Unfold. There we go. Yeah, we don't really ever need to fold that up, I don't think. We don't have any gates, so we should be fine. All right, perfect. Yeah, the tractor actually pulls this rather well. Yeah, no problem. We can get up to like 11 miles an hour if I really push it. I don't feel comfortable going that fast with it, but we could. All right, easy. All right. Yeah, no problem. Okay, I was actually surprised. I was worried that this thing would not do the job. But yeah, this is something we can use this tractor for, I guess. I'm trying to find jobs that are going to be well suited for each of our two tractors. And I think that, yeah, doing a little bit of tillage work, this is fine for some tillage work with this size at least. I don't think I'd want to push the limits and go any bigger than this. But for now, this might be one of the better jobs for this tractor. It's only, I foresee us using the Fiat a lot more going forward, guys. So we're going to dive through this field, clean this all up, and we'll see where that leaves us, I guess, come the end of the day. Yeah, looks good. All right, field is wrapped up. Perfect. That's great. So I think, yeah, driving around, been thinking I've pretty much done absolutely everything I need to get done for the time being, at least. Hey, look at that. Achievement unlocked even. We've done this entire field. We're happy with that. Everything else is good as far as field work goes. Now, come next month, things could change. So let me just put this away. We'll see what happens come September. All right. I'm sure there's something. I have an idea of something that's going to happen. So remember how I said something was going to happen? Well, I did just say that. Technically, I mean, let's be honest, there's never a dull day out here. And, well, we just planted a field. So, of course, well, we've got weeds. We've got some weeds. Now, fortunately, this whole farm we've got does have a weed puller of sorts. So we're going to dive in and see if we can take care of these weeds before the winter comes. We're only in September, but the sooner I get on these, obviously, then the better chance I have of not wrecking my canola crops. So I do have this canola crop right here that's going to be, well, there's not a lot of weeds, but there's enough that I need to deal with them. So in we go. Let's see if we can just clean these up a little bit. And yeah, there's not a ton here, so it's going to be a little bit tough to figure out where they all are. I've got no specialty new age equipment to deal with the weeds as of right now. Of course, it's all by sight, and it's with the small tiny weed puller that we're using. So it is going to be a bit of a pain, but this is something we're going to have to try to upgrade. I'm hoping later on. Like this is a minor gripe, mind you. We'll wait and see. Like I said, we're going to push into root crops a little bit more so in a bit here, and I'm curious to see how our weeding options are going to be with that. If it's going to be as difficult. I mean, you'd think it might be a little bit easier because everything's going to be nice straight rows, and we're not hunting for the weeds like we kind of are right now in a way. So we'll wait and see. But I'm going to get all these weeds pulled off so it'll maximize our potential canola growth out here, guys. Now, I currently don't have any fertilization options either, so the weeds are definitely the one thing I definitely need to take care of as best I can to make sure we get rid of those, since without fertilizing we're already kind of losing. It's a bit of an uphill battle, to say the least, because we don't have fertilizing, right? So anyways, we're gonna try and get rid of these weeds. Now I know you're saying, Klutch, you got $76,000, why don't you go spend some money? Listen, I need to save the money for something later on. It would be next year, I guess, technically. I might be buying it sooner than later, but I need the money. I need the money for that. I can't spend the money on equipment right yet. I promise you, I think it's worthwhile, at least. I hope it is, but it's my plan, and I'm sticking with it. I never stick with my plans, do I? Well, this time we are. Well, winter is officially here. I mean, it is January, so what do you expect, right? Now, I do want to see if we can make some money, guys. We're slowly bleeding cash a little bit right now, but I want to take our little pickup truck. There's something... there is a ball hitch on it. I want to see if it will fit that bale trailer. Can I pull the bale trailer with this pickup truck? Otherwise, I mean, it's running out of options for this thing. Hopefully, I could just go and pull that bale trailer. Please? Let's go take this thing over. Oh boy, it's so rough in here. This little truck. I mean, sure, I guess it's a truck. Is this a truck? I don't know. What is this thing? Yeah, it's something. Let's see if we can pull this little bale trailer. Back her on in. Please, please, please. Come on. Let me just... Yeah, that's not looking promising. That is interesting. It looks like it should fit. Maybe it's a different size. Ball hitch. Yeah, that's not going to work at all. Well, that there is unfortunate. No, nothing. Okay, no, the ball hitch is not going to work. All right, so the truck is not going to work with that. I guess we got to pull out the tractor again. I was hoping not to have to worry about that. Let's go take this thing back. Okay, well, I've got the Fiat as well. Now, the nice thing about this, well, for doing this type of work, it's a little bit faster, of course. I think this Zedor actually maxes out about 15 miles per hour, where we might be able to get 23 to 26, maybe, even out of the Fiat. I don't remember anymore. But this is a little bit faster, a little more horsepower, of course, as well. So there's that. Grab onto that thing. Perfect. All right, let's go sell this stuff off, make a little bit of cash off our little bales here. Yeah, it's not a lot of money, but it's still enough to keep us going until, like I said, I've got plans. I'm actually short money right now on what I'm going to need, so I need to try and sell some stuff off before the new year so we can at least make some money and not be completely broke when we need to make some purchases going forward here. Well, guys, snow is finally gone. We got spring. Spring is in the air, and we're getting ready to plant right now. It's time to get into our root crops. Like I said, this is going to be a root crop farm, so we really need to get some carrots, some parsnips. We got some red beets we're going to be planting. It's going to be interesting because, well, what you see behind me, that's what we're going to be using, of course. We've got the Fiat and just this small planter, just a four-row root crop planter. So we'll see how we make do. It's going to be our first time out with this new equipment. Hopefully all goes as planned. Looks like it should be relatively straightforward, but let's dive into it. So I think we are good to go. We're going to start off by doing some beets. We got a little bit of beet to go plant. Of course, we've only got 3 fields, so we've got the canola planted just on the left here. Right ahead of us, we've got our 2 fields. I'm thinking we'll do maybe beets and carrots for now, and then we'll maybe do parsnips another time. We'll save something for later. I've got a plan for that, I think, but since we've only got the 2 fields, we'll start it off simple. We got beets on this field, and maybe we'll do carrots on the next one. We'll see. We'll see. It should be fairly straightforward. Let's see if we can get into this thing and yeah, just get these crops in the ground here to start off with. I mean, it's early spring. Just need to get them down, and then we'll move on from here. Now, oh boy, let's move it right out of the edge. There we go. Need to be a little bit cognizant. It's a pretty small planting unit, of course, so this is going to take a hot minute with our little Fiat. So just be prepared for that, I suppose. Now, I am not too concerned yet with, well, maximizing. Like, we don't have fertilizer. I have no way of putting fertilizer down yet. This is all stuff I need to think about going forward, but for now, just we need a baseline. We need to know where we start at least. So this should be relatively straightforward, and we'll go from here. But I think we'll make some decent cash just off this alone. Now, I'm noticing that we're not using much seed, at least. That's definitely a bit of a benefit. I mean, look at that. We've barely gone through any whatsoever. So if we fill this up maybe once per field, that's next to nothing in here. Like, well, a bag of seed will last us like probably 5 years, to be perfectly honest. Anyways, let me get through this field. I'll catch up with you as we get a little bit further along. All right, so we are officially out of seed. So let's go take this back over to the farm. And I got a plan. I think I'll use, yeah, we'll get some use out of the little truck vanter. I'm gonna call it that. It doesn't sound right, but anyways, we'll take that when we get a pallet in the back of that thing and bring it back to the farm. I think that should be that's really the only thing we have that has a use for this. I don't know what the pulling capacity of this thing is, but I don't imagine it's more than maybe 1,000 pounds. Let's be perfectly honest. What's with the windows? Like, you can't see outside of them. I can barely see my tractor back there. Yikes. All right. At least we're not going very far. We're just across the road. But it looks like a Toyota Previa that went to the wreckers by accident and had the back ripped off of it. I don't understand the design of this thing, but whatever, man. We'll go inside. We'll get some seeds, and we're out of here. Back to the farm. See? At least it's good for something, right? Kinda. I mean, that's all it needs. I don't think I can fit more than one pallet in here though. That's like 1,000 pounds. I don't think I could do more than that. Let's go back and fill this thing back up so we can get back in the field. I need to get through this today. We got 2 fields. We got half of one done, so I've still got another, what, a field and a half to do. And we need to switch things up from what is it, beets to carrots as well. So we've got a little bit of work ahead of us. Let me go fill this thing up right here. Just get on out. Yeah, let's go fill this thing up. All right, well, that was easy. Back into the field we go. Let's get this field done, guys. That planter, you know, it didn't take any seed at all. What is that? Like 16 liters? We got 1,000 in the bag. That's ridiculous. That'll last forever. Let's go finish off this. Let's go finish off these beets. All right, beet field's done. We're moving on to carrots. Just put some carrot seeds into the planter, and we're gonna head across over to the second field. I just gotta maybe down the sidewalk. Yeah, we can just go down the sidewalk and then back across. So this field here has not had anything grown in it the last season. It was just tilled up, it looks like. I think it's actually been plowed. So yeah, don't have to worry too much about that. Yeah, look at that, it's been plowed up. So we'll take care of this right now. We'll get some, we'll just kind of take that to the end and then go back up. But we'll put some carrots into this field and we'll see where we go from there. Now, I have no idea. These crops all look relatively similar from what I can tell. Yield looks very similar. They're all worth very similar amounts of money. Harvest procedures are all exactly the same, and planting is as well. So it doesn't seem like there's too much as far as strategy on which ones to plant that I can tell. But one thing that may come in to be a benefit, I would say, would be if you want to maybe move on to some of the productions, you might want to have all 3 of them. Now, of course, there's only so much productions you can make, so having all 3 as well, you could kind of speed things along and make more money more quickly, I guess. But I don't think we're going to get, I think it's some of the stuff maxes out at 240,000 liters. I don't foresee us getting that high. But there is still one problem with both these root crops that I have not really addressed yet. And that, quite honestly, is storage, guys. I have no options for storage at this time, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. That might not even be a concern. I don't know. There's just not any options for me. So right now my plan is quite simple: to take it straight off to productions and, well, have our crops turned into something else, because I can't really use them all that much the way they are right now. All right, well, that's a wrap on planting. Guys, it looks good. Let's just put this all away. I think we're gonna be good for a little bit, but yeah, we don't have anything else that needs to be planted or taken care of for the time being, at least. So yeah, we'll put the planter back away here. The next thing on the docket, I believe, is going to be that canola harvest. That's really what's going to be next plan for us. So I guess we got a little bit of time. I mean, it's only April, so we do have a little bit of time before we need to really concern ourselves too much with that. We can try to fit this in here, just nice and easy. Put her back right there. There we go. I'd like to get some more storage too, but that's going to be for another time. For now, everything's put away. Let's take her easy for a bit and wait on the canola harvest a little later on, closer to the fall, I guess. We'll see you guys when we get to that. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the planting. I guess we're into July now, so things are moving along pretty quickly this year. But you can tell it's canola harvest season. You got canola that's looking pretty dry. It looks like it's ready to go. That means we got to get this harvester back into the field. Another standard harvest as far as this goes, relatively straightforward. Something we're fairly comfortable with. We'll get this old combine in there. I mean, it is a little bit on the small side, but for the amount of fields we're using, just standard crops, this is totally fine. So we'll dive into this. We'll get through this field right now. Should be relatively quick. Now, one thing, since we used the wheat last time, we did have to unload the hopper. The bin inside this combine is not big enough to hold all the wheat. However, with the canola, pretty low yield, I don't think we're going to need to unload once. I think I could just come back once we're done and go put it right in the silo. That'll be our plan. We'll see if we can get through this whole field without getting a cart out here, because that would make my life just a little bit easier. I mean, one less employee to have to pay, right? Even though I know Gertie needs the money, but sometimes it's just not worth it for me. Let's put it that way. It's way easier to do it myself. What can I say? All right, last pass. It looks like around 90% so far filled up. Lots of room left in there still. We're good. We got lots of space. We're gonna take this back over to the farm and dump it in the silo once we get to the end. So I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do with this crop now. The crop calendar's telling me I need to replant this relatively quickly in order to reharvest it again next year. Not sure if that's going to happen, guys. We may change up the crops over on this field. I've been thinking about it for the last little bit as we've been working on this thing. That's something we definitely need to consider doing. All right, field is officially done. Let's head back. Maybe I can grab... Yeah, can we grab a little bit? There's like a bit of a waste there. I don't know if I need to grab that or not. We'll see. But like I said, I need to figure out if we're going to replant canola on here. I mean, it's always an option. We have the seeder. We have a harvester that can handle it. But maybe we'll do something different over here come next season, which means this field just has to sit and rest for a half a year, I guess, technically. And we're not going to have anything in it. But that's what I think I'm going to do this time, but no guarantees. We'll see. It's something I can do. It really depends on, well, the rest of our finances, how they turn out. So let's just dump this straight into the silo. No use for a cart on today. We'll just kind of get her nice and tight. Perfect. Like it's like I had a plan. Best driver in farm sim. All right, well, that's that is done. I think we can put the combine away for the time being, at least. We shouldn't need this again, at least for about a year. So we'll just stick this back. I got nowhere to store it, so it just kind of sits out beside this old concrete barn here. As I think we'll clean up that field. I do need to still clean up, maybe do some tillage work today and clean up the rest of that field, which also means we're gonna get some more work out of the Fiat. It's just because it has more horsepower, it tends to steer a little bit tighter as well. So I'm pretty much using this tractor for everything so far, and I foresee that going forward as well, to be perfectly honest with you. It's going to be something we're going to use pretty much every single time. All right, so we've got the discount over here. We're going to go up into the field we just harvested, that old canola field. We're going to knock everything down in it and till it all up, and we'll think a little bit more about what our plan's going to be going forward on this. Connect to it. Perfect. All right, looks all good. Let's head up to the field. Okay, guys, you know what? Maybe I'm reconsidering. Maybe one more year of just standard grain crops in here, because like I said, we will harvest this again next summer and then go from there. I kind of want the stability. I still don't know what we're going to get off those root crops, so I kind of want the stability of this grain crop, whatever it might be. If it's going to be canola once again, because that's the only thing I can plant at this time of year. But I don't want to spread myself too thin, just in case. What if we run into problems with the root crops for whatever reason we might run into problems? I want to make sure we have a kind of our backup plan for the time being, at least. This here, we know what we're going to get from this. We know we have a silo. We have all the equipment needed to take care of this bad boy. So I think maybe for now, another year, we'll hold on tight to this canola field as our steady Eddie, basically. And just in case we run into any problems, we can always default back to this. Yeah, this will be good. So I'm going to get Gertie going here, and I'm going to go back to the farm, and maybe we'll grab the seeder and the planter, and we'll get some more canola going in the ground, guys. All right, I think we are good to go. Looks like we're happy. We'll see how it handles it. Yeah. It's not, man, it's you know what? It's 10 less horsepower, but man, is it noticeable. I swear. Anyways, it don't matter. It's still going to get the job done. Just would love to be able to make this a little bit easier going forward. But like I said, I'm trying to do my best not to focus on our regular grain crops, and I want to move over to those root crops as soon as we can. But we got to make sure we cover our bases first, guys. You got to have the money coming in before you start diving into other plans. You know, we got to know, we got to stick with what we're good with first before we try something completely foreign, I guess, to us. Yeah. Anyways, this will work out just fine. Man, what would I do for a Klondike bar right now? But by a Klondike bar, I mean a bigger tractor. I'm just saying. All right, Gertie, let me go fast. Let me go past. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't. Thank you. Oh, that was close. All right, so a couple more left to go. Gertie's got maybe 1 or 2 passes left to go out there. And yeah, I'll just finish this off, guys. Looks like we should only be, another 15, 20 minutes, maybe max. And even with this little seeder, we'll still get her done. Perfect. I like it when a plan comes together. And there we go. It's a wrap. Now you see what the Fiat's hooked up to? That's what's going to happen next. It's harvest season already. We can harvest, actually. We're planting canola, and we can harvest our root crops already. The canola takes forever to grow, but the cannolis? Guys, we can harvest them right off the bat. The cannoli takes forever. The root crops are right away. You guys know what I mean. Anyways, let's put this into our only storage area. There we go. And drop her down. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. Now let's head over to what the next thing's gonna bring, what the next thing in store is. Look at this. We've got our little harvester hooked up to our Fiat. Part of this looks interesting and the other part looks extremely painful. So to harvest this, however, we will need some help from Gertie once again. Good thing she's around today. I'm gonna get her to drive this little harvester setup that we've got running. I'm gonna go grab the cart. We've got the seeder, of course, we've got the Kloss, that's just a Kloss trailer that we'll use to dump all of our red beets into. Yeah, oh, by the way, don't mind the weeds. I forgot that this field had weeds. I didn't see them, to be honest with you, and I did the other fields. I didn't do this. I forgot to do the weeding. Regardless, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it next year. But for now, let's get into harvesting and see how we can make do. Like I said, we're gonna get Gertie in here, get this set up. You know what? Gotta get lined up for her first. If she just doesn't seem to know what she's doing, and then we'll come back in here with the Kloss. Now, we should be able to just pull underneath, hopefully, and go. We'll see how that works out for us. Oh, I missed. Let me reset ourselves. I could have went out the highway a little bit. Like I said, the steering, it's such a low radius turning on this tractor. I have a struggle with it, to be honest, to get her going. There we go, and lowers that down a little bit. Don't go too low, and away we go. There we go. We're good. All right, we should start seeing some beets coming up the conveyor there on the pipe. Well, I guess it's not a pipe, but the conveyor. And she looks like she's got 2 rows. Interesting. All right, keep going. Get up there. Yeah, that's good. Come on, get up to. You can hold 4 or 5 miles an hour. I think you can get up to 4 or 5, right? I'm struggling. I'm going a little too quick. Come on, get up here, Gertie. Go a little bit faster. It's it should be okay. I think we're okay now. She lowered the conveyor a little too low, and I find it was rubbing trying to get in there originally too. Like it could be another, you know, you can put that like another foot higher. You don't need to be that low, Gertie. And no, keep going. Let's go. No, don't stop. Why are you stopping? You're just dumping beets on the ground. All right, there we go. No. Now you. It's a rabble. Now she goes. I come on. No. What do you want me to do? You don't keep on stopping. You start. You stop. You start. You stop. What on earth are you doing? Just. I feel like. She's trying to lead. I'm trying to lead. Like, who's trying to lead here? This is ridiculous. You know what? No. I'm done. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do instead, you guys. I'm gonna pick up a different harvester. I can't deal with Gertie. We're gonna switch things out. We're getting rid of the other harvester. We're gonna go with one that we can do pallets with instead. At least with the pallets, I can do them on my own. Let's just pick up our 1 pallet. We'll get a bunch of pallets shipped over to the farm, but this 1 pallet here, we'll start with that and. Don't connect to that, thank you. And we'll go from here. At least we've got 1 now. And I don't know how many beets we can fit into this, but we'll find out. This will just make my life easier in one way because I don't have to deal with Gertie, right? Yeah, that makes sense to me. And back into the field. Let's make a little bit of space down here to start with, so I don't have to go as close to the road and those telephone poles, and kind of stay a little bit further away. And yeah, just go to the far end. There we go. Yeah, see, that's okay. Well, we're not getting a lot in here right yet because it's kind of the end of each of the rows, if you know what I mean. And it's kind of angled as well, so it's kind of an awkward place to try to pick these up, but it's fine. We're getting some beets into our pallet. You can see them going in there. And then from here, we're gonna go straight up, kind of where Gertie was before. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, perfect. Let's spin this thing around. We can lift her on up. And yeah, that's great. So, that's actually quite a bit of beets for just the 1, guys. We already filled up that pallet pretty substantially. You know what? I'm gonna make a little bit more room, obviously. See if we can make a little bit more space. One row on this little harvester is not gonna be quite enough. I'm curious to see. You know, we'll do a couple pull throughs here and see how many pallets are we gonna get off this. But if that's already a 1/3 full, you got to think how few beets we picked up there even. Yeah, we might have a few of these pallets. I mean, I haven't really figured out a great plan to transport them yet, but we'll figure out something, I'm sure. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right, get through this, and I think, guys, we're pretty much good. We could probably get into the field. It'll be enough. That's enough. We got like another 6 inches worth of space there. That should be more than enough to turn around now, right? Yeah, it's perfectly fine. All right, let's see if we can take these rows that Gertie was just working on and just help her out a little bit, and then we got a bunch of pallets to drop off. Yeah, let's go. that was something that took quite a long time. That was like 2.5 hours worth of work to get that one field done. Now I've got to transport these pallets over to, well, where my plan B is coming into effect. The second part of my plan, it's not plan B, I guess it's technically the second part of my plan is going to be taking effect. I've got to transport these bad boys over to the commodity shop. I don't know. We're gonna the preserve shop. We're gonna can them essentially. So I've got to transport all these pallets over now, and there's just a few, and I don't have a great way to pick these pallets up. I mean, we just have these little forks that I've got on the back of the Zeter, and so it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world, guys. We've got to try and stick these on this flat deck trailer I picked up. Yeah, not great, not great at all, to be perfectly honest, but it is inexpensive, so that's, I mean, one thing. Just gotta kind of tap it in nice and easy. Yeah, it's kind of there. That's all right. So let's see if I can get the 6 on here, and we'll load this up and go. Like, look at all the pallets I've got. Yeah, this is gonna take a hot minute, you guys. This is gonna be an all-day jobby job, I think, to get all, well, harvested, and then all these pallets. I do have a couple fresh pallets behind me. Those will be for the carrots later on, but we gotta worry. I'm gonna worry about the beets first. Get the beets taken care of, then the carrots. Beets first, carrots later. We've got time. They can sit in the field for another month if they have to, but I'd like to get all of this done, or as much of this done as I can today. So let me finish off loading this bad boy on up here, and away we go. Let's get out of here, and let's deliver all these beets to the preserve factory here. Perfect. So this is gonna cost me a little bit of money, of course, to transform them into, or to can them up, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm going to sell them to yet, but instead of having storage for all our root crops, this works, and plus we get the money back for the pallets, it looks like, too, which is kind of cool. All right, we're down to the last pallet. I had one left over. I'll just cart this down at, oh man, 16 miles an hour. This tractor is so slow. 15. Oh, sorry, I spoke too soon. Anyways, we'll cart this down on our own and just take the one pallet down. All right, last pallet in for the beets. That's it for beets for the year, at least. That is gonna be it. That's gonna be all. So guys, we had to buy, of course, this preserve shop. This cost me 120,000 bucks, I believe. We had to take out a loan, a little bit of a loan, in order to cover the cost. Hopefully we can pay that off at some point in the very near future. We'll wait and see what we can make off this, but so far it looks promising. I think this is gonna work out okay. Looking at prices, we should be okay. So now that our beets are completely done, you guys know what's next, right? We've got carrots to do. It's the same but different. It's the same but different. We're going back into the fields, seeing if we can get this done. I mean, we're getting into the afternoon now. Nice day. We still got some time. Let's get in. Let's knock those carrots. I'd say knock the carrots down, but let's pick those carrots up. How about that? We're staying with the same setup. We're going into the pallet. Let's go see those carrots. Oh boy. We're 4:30 in the afternoon. It took us another half the day basically to get through this field. Yeah, it's a lot of work, one row at a time, but you can see the end of the carrot field just ahead of us here. If I can maybe grab both these rows here. Perfect. Guys, this should about do it, I think. Man, it's a lot of carrots. You guys saw the pallets we've been building up there. There's just an absolute ton of pallets. So we're gonna have to go pick those all up still tonight. Hopefully I can get those over to the preserve shop. Yeah, like look at this. Look at the pallets we have. The whole length of the field essentially is just pallets of carrots. The whole length. Yeah, I've got to load all these up, guys. This is gonna be my job for the next couple hours again. You're not really done. You're only kind of done. You got just a few. Just a few. So now that we've harvested with both of the lower end pieces of equipment, I don't know which one's going to be easier. I mean, one, you've got all these pallets. The other one, you've got to deal with Gertie. I don't know. They both seem equally painful in some degrees. They're both a lot of work. But you know what? We got our crops off. So a win's a win, I guess. All right. So we're loaded, ready to rock. I've got more than a few of these trips to make our 6 pallets ready to go. Like I said, all of these have to go back to the preserve shop as well, so it's going to take me just a little bit to load each one of these up, and we'll drive all the way up there. It's a bit of a trek all the way over to the shop as well. Once again, though, I don't really have any options. I don't have storage anywhere on my farm to stick these, and plus they got to go up there to be made into their components anyways, so we got to do the shipment tonight. Hopefully we'll get that done sooner than later. And then I've got projects planned for, well, next month. So as soon as this is done, we'll, I guess we'll call it a day, and we'll see you guys in the next month. Yeah. Well, see you then, I guess. I got lots of trucking to do. I only have a tractor. Yeah, I know. All right, so officially we're a year in now, folks. Officially 1 year onto our brand new farm here, and things are going okay. I mean, we owe some money, not a lot of cash. We had to buy that production, of course, but we're doing all right. We've switched up a little bit of equipment, and things are starting to happen. Now, today we're going to do some field work, and well, I've got to start up by, well, tilling up both the root crop fields. I've got Gertie over there dealing with weeds right now. She can handle those, but I'm going to need to see that tractor in a bit, and I'm going to switch her out. As soon as she's done with those weeds, I've got another plan, but we're going to start by tilling this field up. I'll wait for her to finish off the weeds. And then we have something new that I've picked up that may help us get some better yields on these 2 particular fields right now. So getting ready for next year now. We can't plant until at least the new year, so usually I think it's April. So we're not in a rush by any means to get this stuff done, but I'd rather be doing this before any snow falls, because we do tend to get a lot of snow out here, and I don't want to be out here in the snow trying to do any kind of field work. So the sooner I can get this done, the quicker we can move through the snow and get prepped and ready to harvest. I guess it's that canola is going to be the next thing to harvest. Yeah, let me get this field work done. Let me get through this, and then I'm going to go trade up with Gertie and see if she can take care of the tilling, and I can take care of something new. All right, switched up tractors. Gertie's, well, she's going to take the Zeter and go do some cultivating. I've got a hiller, a brand new grimy hiller. And what this is going to allow me to do is prep these fields for our beets and our carrots, guys. It's going to take care of, well, it's going to do a little bit of fertilizing basically for us. Essentially, what it's going to do is just make it so that we get better yields off of our root crops. Now, do I want better yields? Not really, but yes, at the same time I do. So it's kind of a catch-22. And look at that. It does make the fields look pretty awesome, doesn't it? That is so cool. So I'm going to take care of running this for the time being. Gertie, you can see, is over on the far side. She's tilling up the other field right now. I just have to follow behind with the hiller. We'll take care of both fields, and we'll be good to go. We'll see how this goes. I mean, we're not going to find out because we're not planting until next spring. I'm just prepping these fields for now. And yeah, it should be left alone for the fall and winter. And then come next spring, we come out here with a planter, put some seeds in the ground, and we should be good, I guess. I'm thinking, at least. Let's be honest, first time using this, so this is just what we've been told, right? We're trying to figure it out as we go. Let's get down to the end and spin this thing around and go back up the opposite direction. Yeah, okay. Now, Gertie's gonna be able to finish off that field considerably faster. That's why I kind of gave her the lower powered tractor. The Fiat is a little bit quicker, but this also runs off PTO and requires a little bit more power, of course, to operate. So yeah, there was a bit of a trade-off there. I don't know if the Zetor would really handle this all that well. It tended to, it seemed like it was kind of bogging down when I was even moving it around. So yeah, I think we had to go up to the Fiat. Anyways, it's fine. Looks like we're doing a decent job right now. It does look so good. Like, it makes the fields look so crisp. I am kind of liking the appearance of the fields. I mean, we need to get some seed in the ground from the spring still, but for now, looking good. All right, guys, a couple more passes to do and we'll be done. So looks like maybe 3 passes left. I still have one more problem that I need to go fix today, and it's a fuel problem that we tend to run into fairly regularly. It's we're running low on fuel, and I got to go put some fuel in this tractor. I also get it prepped for the new year, right? Last little bit, and we are officially ready for the winter. Perfect, love it. So the canola crops are good. It's waiting for, well, to be harvested next spring. We've got both our other fields that are prepped and ready to be planted come the spring. Yeah, I think we're good. We just need to get some fuel for this bad boy, guys. So let's go drop off the we'll go drop off the ridge, or whatever you want to call this. We'll go drop this off, and yeah, we'll go into town, take the tractor into town, we'll get some fuel. The Zetor's fine. We've been using the Fiat because we've already got, you know, quite a few hours on this thing, kind of out of nowhere. So see if I can just kind of squeeze this and push that box a little out of the way. I need to shed, guys. We got nowhere to store any of our equipment here. Why can't we have a place to store? We got one little garage bay, and that is it. I need to find more space to store stuff at some point. Let's go into town. We got the shop across the street. No fuel there, unfortunately. And I think we got to go southish. Anyways, south. And one of these days, I might have to build fuel. If we're going to use fuel up to any kind of quantity, like I don't know, the amount we've been driving right now, I could see us going through a little bit more fuel. We might need to get something at the farm. It looks good though. I mean, look at all the, it's still fall. I mean, the trees haven't even started turning here yet. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you. I thought with the amount of snow we've been getting, it gets pretty cold here, I think. All right, go down south, and then the fuel station should be just across the road. We'll just take her easy going through town. I mean, we've got the tractor. I'm sure it's totally legal to have that. Oh, no, don't you step out in front of me. That was close. All right, all the way down. The fuel station should be just over on our left. Oh, there she is. I can see it from here. Perfect. Let's get some fuel in this thing, and then I think we're going to be good for the year. I mean, okay, we need to figure out the best time to start selling some of the products we've been making. I think we got a few months before that's going to be. Like, I'm pretty sure maybe come January, December, somewhere in that range. Some of the canola we can start selling off. That's usually the best time for that. But the preserves, we've got some time. All right, let's fill this thing up and get that filled up. There we go. Perfect. Fuel's going in, and the Fiat should be good to go again, guys. Not bad. Keep going, keep filling, and there you go. Perfect. Filled up. $500. Not bad. Let's head back to the farm. All right, guys. It's time. We finally made a little bit of money. We got the canola. We got some wheat to sell off as well. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a caveat. I need to take this to the train station to sell it out of the county area. Is the county still here? I think it must be. Anyways, I've got to go take it to the train station. So we've got to make a couple trips with the Fiat, and we've got the Klutch trailer behind me. We've got a couple trips to make back and forth. We got to go to the train. We got to rent a train and then ship it out. Yeah, let's hit the road. right, guys, so we've got some stuff to sell. All of the products that we took over to be made into preserves. It is time to sell. It's a little bit snowing out, mind you, so we're selling our stuff in the snow. Now, the other problem is I've got to load it up, and it's got to be sold by train. That's going to be the issue thing. We're taking it all by train, so we're going to load it up, load it on the train, and sell it off. Let's get to work. Let's go. So we've gotten a few pallets of preserves, beets and carrots. Look at all the pallets we've gotten. That's a lot. And you know what? It's a good thing. It's less pallets than, of course, of the actual product, but still, it's a lot of pallets. Let's get them loaded on this trailer. I just hand bombed them on, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I hand bombed them onto the trailer to get them out of here, but we gotta take the train, go sell all this stuff off, and profit. Yeah. Let's go profit. Let's see what we get out of this. So it should be relatively straightforward from here on out. This is everything we've got for the year. What kind of money are we gonna make? And word out. See a train. What do we make? What do we make? What do we make? Come on, sell. Oh wow, like 300,000 bucks. All right, that's not bad. Not a bad start. All right, guys. So we're moving into year 2. Welcome back in. We've got to get a little bit of field work started here, of course. We're into April, so that means it's root crop planting time. We're going to get the Zeter out and get our planting out. I've got some plants. I've got, what, 340,000 bucks now, so that's a good thing. Of course, we've got our canola field we need to harvest coming up pretty quickly here, but the big thing I want to focus on this year, of course, is root crop. I'm trying to save this money. I do have a bit of a plan. We're going to change things up a little bit, though. We're going to spend some money, just not nearly all of it. I'm going to try and save some cash up to advance this farm. there's some things like I'm not fertilizing anything yet. I'm not doing any of that work, so that's stuff that we'll advance in at some point in time. For now, I'm just trying. I mean, yeah, we made $340,000 off 2 fields, really. Yeah, like 2 fields, $340,000. That's pretty decent just for those preserves. So the factory itself is making money, or making preserves faster than I can stock it with the root crops. So that's a good sign. But at some point, and once we get bigger, obviously that's going to be something where I'm going to have to consider. But for now, we can just simply go in and plant. Now, just a side note, guys, I'm still using precision farming, as you can see in the top left. Yeah, I think it might cause me some issues going forward. We'll see. I'm not sure what to think yet. We thought we'd test it out and see what happens. So planting, we'll see. I'm not using fertilizing, so we shouldn't get any fertilizing states right now, but possibly because we have gone and used the hiller, of course. So you can see we've hilled up these fields. Is that right? The right terminology for that? I'm not sure. Anyways, we have done that. So we should, in theory, normally get 1 state of fertilization at least. I don't think we're going to get that today. So what is what it is. It does look pretty good, mind you. So anyways, we're going to plant some seeds in the ground here, and we'll see exactly how this all works out for us. Fingers crossed, everything else works okay. Well, we're planting. Yeah, definitely using some seed. Very slowly, mind you. It doesn't use a lot of seed. I'm not going to lie. We don't put a lot of seed into this, and it doesn't use it very quickly, which is, I guess, both good. But I'm getting some interesting textures while I plant here. Huh. Seeds going in the ground, though. I guess that's a win. Let's get to the bottom here, and we'll spin the zeter around here and go back up again. All right. Interesting. Nonetheless, left this on up. Spin it around. Hopefully there's no traffic coming. This thing has horrible turning radius. Back it on up, and back up we go. Now we could. I would love to get to the bigger planter. I think it's a 6 or 8 row. But we're stuck with a 4 for the time being. We could also get the hiller attached to this potentially, and then do 2 jobs at once. I don't know if we're going to do that or not yet. We'll see. We'll push along for a bit, and we'll see. These fields aren't very big. Like, really, yeah, okay, it takes me a dozen passes of doing this, and we have it all done. But it's not like the longest thing. The thing that takes me the longest amount of time is harvesting. Harvesting is still the one area where I want to focus all my finances on and figure out a way to make it faster, because it takes way too long. So that's going to be something we're probably going to change this fall. I think I'm going to see if I can make our harvesting work out a little bit better. I don't know. We'll see how well we do. I've got an idea. I've got something on my sleeve. Another couple passes left to go, and then we'll switch out on we didn't use much seed on this. We'll switch our seeds over and go get some red beets again for the next field. But it's an interesting texture we're getting. I don't think it's supposed to look this way, but whatever. Anyways, let's go switch out our seeds and get started with the beets. All right, grab some of you. We go through so few seeds, it's hilarious. And let's get going back into the field. So let's see what our beet texture looks like. Oh, there we go. Well, it looks, it's kind of weird. It's giving me an interesting kind of seeded look, but also harvested look, I guess. I don't know what that, yeah, it's strange. Anyways, whatever. It seems we're using up some seed. That's what we need to look at. Let me get through this field. We're gonna do all this up, and we'll see where we go from here. See what else needs to get done on the old root crop farm here. On the, what is it? What are we calling this? I haven't even decided yet. I haven't even decided. All right, almost done. We got a couple more passes left to go, and both our fields are planted. The canolas have been planted. It's just growing away now. We're waiting for that guy. We'll have to see a bit here, guys. Maybe we'll wait until next month. I'll see if anything has to happen. I don't know. Do I need to weed these fields? That might be the next thing that might be on the docket. I'm trying to figure out exactly what else needs to get done here, and I think that's kind of the last thing that needs to happen. I don't know yet. We'll see. Let me spin this thing around. Oh, it's so painful. Spin it around. Come on, you can do it. It's like a 4-point turn every single time. Easy, 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 easy. There we go. And let's go back into the field. All right, that's all she wrote. I'm gonna go stick this all back down below, and I think we'll need to figure out what else needs to happen. Because I wish we had a shop or a proper shed. I've got nothing here. I repair everything over at the main shop still too, by the way. I haven't repaired anything. I have nothing on here for fuel or for repairs on my main farm. Everything has to go across the street, and well, the fuel station's down the road. But whatever, I digress. Like I said, I'm trying to save money up for grandeur proposals that I've got planned. Anyways, let's leave this thing here. We'll leave the planter right there, and I'll see you guys next month, I guess. Yeah, I'll see you guys next month. All right, so like I said, we're into May, and I'm not sure if anything needs to happen yet. I want to go check on these fields and see what the status of them are, and if they need to have any weeds taken off them. I might as well, right? I have no idea. We might have that as an option. Might be something that has to happen. I don't know. Maybe the hiller gets rid of the weeds. I don't know. Canola looks good though. Look at the canola over on the left. That's a good sign. I don't see any weeds though in this field. So I thought I'd double check though. So this is, we do have growth, it looks like, for both our carrots and our beets, which is, well, ideal of course. But I'm not really seeing any weeds. I don't know if you guys notice them all. Looks like we're pretty good. I'm getting some weird, there's some interesting textures going down in the soil itself, but I think that there is just the remnants from planting. I don't know. Just seeing, yeah, nothing showing up as far as weeds. So there you go. Of course, fertilizing looks like it didn't have any effect on it, unfortunately, either. From hilling it, that's something we might have to adjust going forward. All right, July is here now. We're just moving through. There's not much going on between, guys. So it's, well, harvest season for the canola, but our root crop's looking pretty good now. That looks pretty decent. Still the same as what we expected, but realistically, we're not here for that today. We're going into our canola field, so I'm gonna get the harvester out. And I think my plan is twofold. We're gonna harvest, and then we're gonna get in and till that field up and get it prepped again for replant. boy. All right, fields are all prepped over there. August is here, which means it's root crop harvesting season already. Guys, we're kind of pushing through this fast. We're moving and grooving. I think we've kind of got a bit of a system now. I feel comfortable. We got a brand new harvester, as you can see here. I went and traded in our old harvester. No more pallets. No more pallets. We're going in bulk now, which is, I'm hoping is going to make my life so much easier. Please. It did cost us a little bit of money. It's the harvester itself is about $100,000. We got money back, of course, for the other one, but not nearly as much. But this one here has a bit of a hopper on or a bin on it, so it will store some of the crop at least before dumping it into our trailer. This, I'm hoping, will make my life just a little bit easier. Now, that being said, I need to get Gertie to help me out now. She's going to have to be driving this tractor with harvester, and I'm going to have to cart. And we'll, like I said, I have no storage on the farm, so the bigger problem is going to be that I need to cart all the way to our preserves factory, which is a little bit of a trek. Like, it's a good drive across the area. So that's something we have to consider. Now, let's see if I can clean up the edges here first. Just give this a quick test. Fire this guy on up. Please just line up. Now, once again, we're only one row, so I'm not going to get sped up there at all. That's not going to be something that's going to help us that much. But at least we should be able to. This is going to speed us up with our transportation. Like, usually it takes us a couple hours to do the fields, and then it's another couple hours to transport all the pallets afterwards. That's going to probably speed up, as from what I'm going to guess. Now, I'm not going to need to stop the harvester all this time to drop pallets off, and also the transporting after the fact is not going to be a problem for me either, right? So it's a twofer. It's definitely going to increase our harvesting abilities, I'm hoping. Now, it's still going to take us a hot minute to harvest this at one row at a time. There's no getting around that. That's just the nature of the beast here. So let me get into harvesting this, and we'll check it out. We'll see how this does. Like I said, I've got lots of driving ahead of me today. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I foresee myself doing a lot of carting today. All right. It took us 2 hours, a little over 2 hours to get through the first field, the carrot field. Guys, we've got beets still to do. No, carrots still to do. Beets first. We got carrots left. I get it backwards every time. It took 2 hours though. A little bit better. I mean, it's like, I bet you more than half the time distance difference. Half the time difference different. Hey, you know what? Anyways, look at this field. Carrot looks good. We're gonna dive into this right away. We're gonna start harvesting our carrots up. I know it's very similar, but it's just time this time with carrot. right, so harvest is done, finally. You know what? That was way less painful than previous times, but you know what? I'm not done thinking about this. I'm already moving on to the step 2. We're gonna go back and hill these fields, clean these fields up. I gotta cultivate both those fields, and then we'll get the hiller run right behind them. Gertie can help me out. We can do double duty. She can run one tractor, I can run the other, and we'll be done both these fields in a matter of minutes. Perfect. Let's go set this all up. We'll take the hiller out first, get it prepped out there, and then Gertie can hopefully just kind of follow us in behind. In fact, you know what? I forgot about this. I almost forgot this field, guys. We've got the canola field, which I think we're going to switch this up from now on. I'm not going to do canola anymore, guys. I think we're going to do root crops. All root crops all the time. I think, you know what, maybe we could do some parsnips as well. You got to think about this. We've got our factory, right? We got our factory, a preserve factory. It does both the beets and carrots right now, the 2 preserves we're making. But well, there's one more thing we can pump into that, and that is the parsnips. Now, why not put parsnips in there, and then that's going to be that much more. You got to think, we only made like $20,000 off the canola, but between a field double the size, we're making what, $300,000 between the beets and carrots? That is a huge amount of difference in crop value once you run it through the factory, at least. So let's do that. We'll just add another third on that. I mean, we're going to be roughly, can we pump out $450,000 worth of product out of the factory in one growth year, I guess? I don't know. That's something I definitely want to try to do, though. So let's see if we can pump it out and get this going. Let's get Gertie out here too. All right, Gertie is up ahead. She's already been working on the other 2 fields. We are done the old canola field. It's ready for planting. We can't plant until the spring, mind you guys, so it's going to be a bit of a wait and see on this one. But let's finish off these 2 fields. So Gertie's over there right now working away. She's on the far field already. Yeah, you can see her just spinning around right now. I'm going to start working on the front field. Once again, just get in here. We'll hill it out, get it prepped. And yeah, we should be pretty much good to go, I believe. Now, yeah, we've had to pull off precision farming. That might help us a little bit. We'll see in the long run. I think that was causing some issues, so we pulled that off. We'll see how it makes do. Anyways, let's get in here. We're gonna get through this field. We've got the other one to take care of afterwards, but it's relatively quick work in the grand scheme of things. I don't think there's a need for us to try to make this bigger yet, guys. Between the planter, the tillage, as well as the hilling, that still is minor time constraints by comparison to harvesting. Harvesting's still taking us the longest amount of time, so there's still some upgrades I think I would like to make there. Now, when I top all that off, I'm still having a bit of a struggle with transport. We'll talk more about that when it comes to, well, transport time, when we start needing to move all those preserves out. So I'll see you guys then. All right, so she's selling season. Like I said, we are into March. Best time to sell off all our preserves. This is the last shipment I've got to take over to the train loading area. It's not even a train station. It's a lumber yard, to be honest. But that's the best spot I found to load this up, of course. So we'll take this all over to the train station and load it back up. Now, I need to find a better solution than this at some point, guys. This is ridiculous. That little trailer trying to load pallets onto it. There's got to be a better solution. Now, the money we're pulling in from this, I've got a plan for it. Like, we're gonna have some good money once again, but there's something else I need to plan out. Like, first of all, like I said, harvesting is still our biggest time sink, so I want to try to find a way to still make that better. Once that is done, then I think my next priority is going to be shipping, and how can I load these faster and make this better? Because taking this Fiat with this is just, it's a long process, because I've got to make about 4 trips, load these up similar to this, and then bring it all over, get it up on top of this, and then we hand bomb the pallets onto the train to be shipped out. It is not the best. It's definitely a bit of a struggle, to say the least. But at the same time, by comparison to harvesting, it's not as big of a deal. So this is number 2 on my list of things to fix. Shipping's going. Oh boy. Huh? Why? Where? Huh? I mean, I got a good payday out of it, but it looks like I've got pallets flying everywhere. I guess I'm gonna go searching for pallets, guys. Oh, come on. Pallets flying everywhere. I guess I'm gonna have to hand bomb these. Oh boy. You know that money I just made, guys? I've immediately pretty much turned around and gone and spent it on, well, what I said was my number 1 priority, and that is increasing the speed of our harvests. We have the self-propelled harvester. Yeah, this hopefully will make life a little bit quicker for me. It is a 4-row harvester versus the one we've been doing beforehand. So yeah, that's a substantial increase, I would say. I think that's going to make my life so much faster. Once we get into these fields with this is going to be the biggest difference we could possibly make for harvesting these crops, for sure. I'm gonna have to really teach Gertie on how to drive it. But anyways, we'll get into it later on because quite honestly, guys, well, as much as I want to get in and use this thing right now, I mean, look at this thing. This thing's a monster. This thing is an absolute beast. I don't have anywhere to store it yet, but it's an absolute beast. But to be honest, guys, we need to plant first. So I'm going to be using that little planter again. Let's get the Fiat out in the field and we'll get planting. Yeah, I know. I'd love to be into harvesting, and we're not there yet, though. We're still not there. So we're going to plant first. And once again, we have 3 fields to plant this time. So we've got parsnips we're going to be going in. The first time we're going to be doing parsnips. And we'll be doing it up on this the top field here, the old canola field. And then we'll do our carrots and beets down below once again. Keep it, you know what, keep it standard so we don't kind of lose our mind. All right, so I did promise you some harvesting. It's time to harvest. I'm so excited to finally get into the fields with really the biggest piece of equipment we could possibly get our hands on for this, guys. This is pretty exciting in a way. Like, I feel like this might really push us to the next level. Now, with $357 in the old bank account, I can't even afford to fill this thing up with fuel, so it better pay off. It better pay itself off. I'm just saying. If worse comes to worse, we'll take out a loan. I did have to take out $5,000 to buy some seed, I have to admit. Anyways, let's ignore the fact I said that. So far, we're doing okay. We're about to harvest, which means, well, we're gonna have to take out another loan anyways to run the factory. But anyways, whatever. We've got this amazing piece of machinery. We'll need to. Oh yeah, I have to pay Gertie as well. So I do need to get some more money at some point. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. The bank loves us. All right, let's zip this around now. Does this store any beets? I don't know if this store has any kind of storage or if it's just always has to overload. I think it does. That doesn't look promising. I was hoping this it's like similar, it would take and hold some. Let's see. Let's get into the field. Oh, there we go. We're getting some harvesting going on. It's going up the conveyor. Looks good. Yeah, no, stop. Oh, darn it. Okay. So I was hoping that there was a small amount of storage on this, or some storage at least, and then it would actually hold the parsnips in there, so I didn't have to cart the whole time. But it looks like I'm going to need to cart with this the whole time. We'll need Gertie in here 100% of the time, guys. So let me back this up. We'll get her out here as well, and we're gonna go get the Fiat once again. We'll get the that cloth bin, and I guess we've got to do it that way. That is a little unfortunate. I really thought we'd be able to store a little bit in this. In my head, it seemed like that made sense, but I guess I was wrong. All right. Anyways, let's set this back up. We'll get Gertie started on this, and she can take care of, like, once again, she has to take care of the harvesting for us. We can't drive that Fiat, of course. She's no good at getting it lined up. So we'll get her set up on that, and we'll just jump into the Fiat ourselves. Get this set up, guys. So we should be able to just drive along with her now, and hopefully we load as we go. Easy. Just sneak underneath. Yeah. It's a tight fit, but we can get underneath there. There we go. Yeah, you go ahead now. Go ahead. And she's gonna have to just judge our speed, I guess, is how this is gonna have to work. There we go. And hopefully if we can just stay with her. And there it goes. Perfect. All right, so we're doing 4 rows now. This is great in comparison to what we were doing before with 1, right? Now, we might be able to get a little bit more than 4 or 5 miles an hour out of this, but the other thing is you have to remember that she can't run while I'm shipping stuff back and forth to the preserve factory. So that's something you've got to consider, of course, right? There is some time going to be lost on that. Now, the fact that we're going through the field so much faster should make up for that. I mean, I think I could probably make it there and back by the time you do maybe 1 row, 1 pass. So really, I think it's still faster for us to do it this way by quite a bit. What, it took us 2 hours to do a field beforehand? There's no way this will take us 2 hours to get this field done. There's not a chance. Oh boy, look at this. Doing pretty good. About half an hour. Yeah, half an hour in. We're halfway through a field. Will take us about an hour, a little less, I bet, if once we get things kind of really nailed down on how to use everything. But yeah, not bad, guys. Pretty quick, pretty efficient. We're really starting to get to the point now where we can move forward and make this farm bigger than where we ever thought it could be with a root crop farm. So pretty excited about that. If you are interested, of course, in the premium DLC for Farm Sim 22, check the link down in the description. You can get the link down there and pick up a copy as well. And yeah, get all access to pretty much everything we've been using in this playthrough. So we are about to go into year 3. We're about to go into year 3 of this farm, and like I said, I'm pleasantly surprised at where we've managed to situate ourselves already. Yeah, not too bad. This is looking very decent right now, considering a root crop farm. Who would have thunk it? Anyways, I think we will call that for right now. We've gotten 3 years in. We'll see where we go with this one. But of course, if you want to catch us in a live stream where we're also working on something similar, but completely different at the same time, come hang out with us. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and drop a like, of course. If you got to this point, guys, you should probably hit the subscribe button. Let's be honest. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and cheers to you folks for hanging out with us and watching. We'll see you guys next time. This is Klutch from the new premium DLC. I would say the map is Zelenka. I think my Polish is not nearly what it should be, apparently. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. So this is Klutch, over and out.